Hello, all of you Empire of Rust fans, all of you Rust heads, you Rustites. Well, we'll work on that. This is Michael, your fair, just, and balanced game master, and this is the start of a brand new segment I like to call Empire of Fans. The fine folks at the Transmissions podcast were nice enough to let me add in a bunch of questions on their year-end survey. Now, we don't have a letters section. We don't have a feedback section in the podcast because, let's be honest, it just wouldn't make a lot of sense. But I do want to talk about the survey results and what all of you fine listeners have discussed and have said about the podcast. And I hope you stick around because I got a very big announcement towards the end, one that I think all of you are going to enjoy. Without further ado, let's jump right into it. First question, who is your favorite character? And by a wide margin, all of you love Magnum and Pythagoras. Out of all the responses, those two are the absolute favorites, and we have a tie for second place with Sweet Spot and Rex, Blazer, Grazer, and Laser. So congrats to you, Matt. You have managed to put together the most beloved character here on Empire of Rust. The next two questions are pretty simple. Are the rules descriptions clear, and are you enjoying the story? And 100% of you said yes to both of them. So, excellent. It can be really difficult to get a clear and concise description of rules on a podcast when you're trying to explain it to someone, especially if it's the first time that they're seeing that rule. And we had a lot of that happen on the podcast, so the fact that everyone understood it and everyone was good with it, excellent. And I'm glad everyone is enjoying the story so far. It was a good amount of work to get the story to this point. A lot of hours that I had to spend to get it there. And I'm really glad that you are enjoying it and that you're having fun with it. Have you listened to any other live play podcasts? The examples that I mentioned were things like Critical Role or the Glass Cannon. And it's really a 50-50 split on this. Slightly more of you said no, but it is split right down the middle. If you haven't tried any other live play podcasts, I do highly recommend you do it. The Glass Cannon was what really got me into live play podcasts, and it is a very well-produced and long-running show. Start from the beginning because you won't regret it. The next couple of questions are about future shows or potential future shows. Would you be interested in a show with the Transmissions hosts playing as characters? And I kind of knew what you guys were going to answer on this one. And yes, of course, all of you said yes. All of you would love to hear Charles and Jeremy and Yoshi and Daryl playing some characters on a show like this. But the most interesting thing that I noticed on here is, would you be interested in a non-Transformers live play RPG show? And most of you said yeah. This is an interesting question because the fan base for this is definitely Transformers-centric and Transformers-focused. And I imagine the people who would like to have a non-Transformers one would be people who just enjoy live play podcasts in general. So it's definitely something that we can look to in the future. Unfortunately, Empire of Rust will not last forever. It certainly is going to have an ending point to it. Eventually, it will come to an end as the story comes to an end. So we're always looking at what we can do and what's going to happen once we hit that point. So stay tuned, and maybe we'll transition into something else after that, or we'll try something new and try something separate from Empire of Rust. And of course, here is the question that I am most interested in how is the audio quality for Empire of Rust, and the majority of you were satisfied with it. Most of you picking an 8 out of 10 for audio quality. I do hear all of you, and we actually did invest a little bit of money to get some better mics for everyone. We were using a bunch of lavalier kind of collar mics for everyone at the start, and they weren't the greatest quality. But we invested in a couple of condenser mics, and that is what I'm using right now to record. And as episodes get released, you'll hear it as we switch the entire cast over to better quality microphones, and hopefully that will improve things so much. Suggestions for improving the show and things that you would like to hear. First comment is, how about a Transformers giveaway? That's actually something that I've had that we've talked about a little bit. Maybe what we'll do in the future is do a giveaway of the Empire of Rust rulebook, the one that we had to spend so much time putting together. We really don't have a lot of actual Transformers to give away, but we can certainly look at maybe some Empire of Rust specific merch, and of course the guys over at Transmissions do giveaways every once in a while. So stay tuned for them on that, and stay tuned to Empire of Rust. We'll see what we can do for a giveaway. Mini arcs and side stories from different periods of the characters' lives and experiences. All I can say on this one, without any spoilers, is stay tuned, because there might be some roleplay specific episodes coming up in the next couple of months that feature individual characters and a little bit of their backstory, so stay tuned. I would love to see an online rogues gallery with dossiers on the characters that are met. That's actually a pretty neat idea, and it's certainly doable for us, I think. So, we'll have to see if we can get some artwork together for all that, and maybe we can post some of the characters' stats and stuff like that once they have passed the point where they're fighting them. So, great suggestion. I tend to get Rex and Carapace mixed up a lot. The other character voices stand out more. It'd be cool if we could also see some character designs. With Rex and Carapace, I think they sound a little similar simply because they're both from Eucharis. So they both have that kind of gruff, like no-nonsense kind of attitude. But we'll see what we can do. We'll see if we can maybe separate that a little bit more. As far as the character designs, yeah, absolutely. We do have some basic artwork up on the Empire of Rust channel in the Transmissions Discord server. We post artwork on occasion. But yeah, definitely having some more images for character designs, a place that everyone can kind of look at them. That'd be cool too. Everyone wants shows more often, but I think you're doing a great job all the same. Oh, why, thank you. I love hearing that. As far as more shows, that is always the dream. Just a little behind the scenes on the schedule. We record once a month. So it is a little difficult for us to kind of get together to record more shows more regularly. So whatever shows we do has to be dealt with in the course of that day. Unfortunately, we all have lives, and we all have lives, we have day jobs, we have our own responsibilities, and many of the cast members have families to take care of as well. But it is something that we are certainly exploring and would certainly like to do a bit more of. Speaking of which, that'll bring us to the announcement I have for all of you. Last Saturday, Charles, Jeremy, Adam, and myself recorded the first Transmissions Empire of Rust one-shot. It's a side story that takes place during Chapter 3 of the main Empire of Rust story, featuring all new characters and an all-new story for you to listen to. It's going to go live on March 16th on the Transmissions Patreon channel, and it'll be 3 weekly episodes for you to sink your teeth into. If you aren't a member of the Transmissions Patreon, please become one. It only takes a bare minimum, for the Yoshi bare minimum level, $1 per month, and you get access to all the exclusive content from the Transmissions channel. So please, won't you support the Transmissions channel? $12 a year? That's not a whole lot of money. And you get all this exclusive content and new shows. So please go to patreon.com/transmissions and consider signing up. The main Empire of Rust show is still free and will always be free, but all of the extra content and extra bonus stuff will be part of the Transmissions Patreon channel. The last thing for this short bonus episode is my usual ask for reviews. Please go to iTunes, go to Spotify, go to Stitcher, go to wherever you listen to your podcast, and please rate and review us. It helps us with exposure, it helps us with search algorithms, it just helps us get noticed. And please tell your friends, tell whomever you think would like to listen to try us out. You never know, you may love us. Thank you all so much for listening, and we'll see you next time.